What's going to be short term, Ashley?
Personal loss, personal financial loss.
Oh. But they did, to be fair, before the vote, they did tell you there wouldn't be any.
Well, I think, I was never naive to the fact that there would be. I mean, I believe there would be, and I was willing to take that sacrifice just for the independence and just so we control our own laws. I mean,
you know what I do now, don't you?
What's that?
I ask you which law it is you're really looking forward to not having to obey anymore.
Any.
No, that's right. Any. Yeah, any.
Yeah, any.
So give me one.
The shape of your bananas.
It's not funny, is it?
It's not.
Because the pound's at the lowest it's been since 1985, and you just said any law, and I'm just asking you to name one. We both know that bananas was a lie made up by Boris Johnson. So what is the law, Ashley? Because you didn't vote. You knew you were going to take short-term economic damage. You knew that all your customers would do, as a newly formed electrician company. Every single customer in the country potentially is going to be worse off than they were before the vote. So I'm just wondering what those laws are that you won't have to obey anymore that made you vote for this short-term economic hit.
Well, it wasn't the laws, which was the main reason.
What's just the main reason you gave me, wasn't it, a minute ago?
Yeah, sorry. There's many.
Can you name one yet?
I wouldn't be able to. No, there's multiple arguments.
Go on, then.
Immigration, there's controlled immigration. But again, it's not about. I'm not xenophobic.
But what's interesting, Ashley, and I hope you won't take this the wrong way. What's interesting is that you spend 5 minutes pretending that you've got proper political arguments or economic understanding, and then as all of those claims fall away, you're just left with foreigners.
If Brexit means falling off a cliff edge, so be it.
I salute your honesty, Philip. I salute your honesty.
That's what we voted for.
Absolutely. We voted to fall off a cliff edge and to drive into a burning building.
We did indeed.
No, you're right, we did. Is there any way we can prove that you rang in of your own volition, that you're not an actor, that you haven't been put up to this? Because I'm now going to get bombarded with emails saying... oh, carefully hand-picked and filtered from all the cowards who haven't got the guts to ring in themselves. Can we prove that you're real?
I stood for UKIP 4 times
there you
as
go.
a candidate.
You see?
I'm an ex-UKIPper.
Bingo. The real deal. What did you vote for? We voted for pain and oblivion. And just talk me through the positives, the things that when I put on the scales that we're going to be poorer, that we're not going to be able to trade with the largest single market in the world, that we're going to be damaged. Well, the outgoing head of the CBI says that large parts of the car industry today are going to go extinct if we don't stay in the customs union. So I put all that on the scales on this side, all the measurable materials.
You haven't mentioned immigration.
Exactly that. So you put on the other side the stuff that really makes it all worthwhile. Go.
Immigration is the greatest threat that's faced us since the Second World War.
It is,
mass immigration.
Absolutely.
Mass immigration leads to third world ghettos.
It does, yes.
And that's creating the enemy within.
Right, you are.
That's why.
Yes.
That's why we voted to leave.
It is, yes.
Around the southeast.
Yes.
What you have essentially are
cesspits.
Third world cultures. Whites are actually in a minority.
In a minority.
That's a great threat to social stability. And
it is, but you know that the European Union contains no countries that are not majority white.
That's not the point.
What is the point?
The point.
When I go into Norfolk Park Hospital, and I went in there 3 Sundays ago because I had to go in an emergency, I walked into the accident emergency. As I said to your researcher, 120 people in there. I was lucky if I saw 3 or 4 white faces. It's okay if you live.
Now that is racist.
No,
that last bit is.
It's realistic.
No, it isn't, because you're forming an opinion of people or their value based on their colour. Because we're talking about your reasons for leaving the European Union, and then you mentioned the fact that there weren't any white people in Northwick Park Hospital. So which European Union countries are essentially non-white?
Probably none.
Do you know what? You are right. I was wrong. For some reason, I thought we were better off. And clearly I was wrong.
Well, don't beat yourself up, Bill, mate. Listen to all the people that told you we would be. I've spent the whole morning telling they've been whispering in your ear, not just for 2.5 years, for 30 years.
I was wrong. I am so sorry.
Oh, Bill, mate, come on.
What have I done to my country? I'm so sorry.
Bill, there's 17.4 million people. You can't take all the blame on your own shoulders, my friend. Come on. And look at the effort. These people are billionaires. They own the Ritz, Bill. They own the Daily Telegraph. They wouldn't have spent all that money and put all that effort into trying to persuade you to act against your own interests if they didn't think it was plausible. I'm not going to let you blame yourself, Bill. All right? No. Blame them, Bill. Blame them, Bill. Do not blame yourself.
I'm sorry, James.
Don't be sorry. Be angry, all right? And if you're not angry yet, I'll get angry on your behalf. That right there. That's why I've been doing what I've been doing for the last 2.5 years.